almost forgot to start recording. Yeah, this deck seems sweet, and this deck's playing like more of the quality rogue cards, right? Like we've got like Elven Minstrels and Agent Sevens and Vilespine Slayers. The even spell rogue list that I played earlier today that someone else sent me seemed like a slightly better version of that deck that we just played.
Let me think.
Maybe we'll play that on stream at some point.
I must move quickly.
It's time for a little blood.
That's a little annoying. I could just like weapon attack this. I can also coin the Blink Fox so I can Blink Fox smash into this next turn. That doesn't seem like the worst, actually. Although I guess like saving this for like a faster Lich King is also nice. Nah, I think I just need to get on the board. Alright, minion attack. Choose me whenever to attack, draw a card. Sure. When did I start playing Hearthstone? About a month ago? Yeah, about a little over a month ago. Yeah, because I remember looking back on my stuff and thinking, it's been a month. So it says taunt, which is annoying. I think I just go backstab, smash this, play this. Consecration's a little bit brutal here. The game Hearthstone just has very quality gameplay. If you enjoy interactive card games, Hearthstone is a great interactive card game. The amount of interactivity, there are less non-games in Hearthstone than any other card game I've ever played. There's definitely a reason why it's very popular. So this deck that we're playing here is built around this card Tess Greymane, which is replay every card you've played from another class this game. So a lot of our cards generate cards from our opponent's class, so that when we eventually play Tess Greymane, we can gain some card advantage from it.
Reporting for duty.
I'm gonna go Thug, Hydralist here. Oh, this discovers a secret. Oh, that's sweet. I think I want to smash into here. Although I guess next turn I might want to go like Hench Thug plus Cheat Death plus like Blessing of Wisdom. Yeah, I'm actually just going to pass the turn here because I don't think I'm going to have the energy, the extra mana to re-weapon next turn.
Don't mess with Tusk.
We're down to 11 here. That was actually a pretty good draw. So that means I can go Hench Thug into Eviscerate this, into target this with this, and then I can go ahead and hit their face here, and then I can use my 4/4 to kill their 3/4 here. We're still a little bit behind because I'm at 11 and don't really have a good way to gain health in this deck, but if we can survive to get to the Lich King to get another taunt out, that would be great. If they have the 6 mana deal 8 damage randomly here, they could... Ugh, that's a big fucking boy. Oh, I guess I get to cheat death plus Vilespine it, which is nice. Pickpocket is like the nut in this deck. So it has echoes, so you can just like draw a bunch of cards from their class and then eventually replay them and then Tess Greymane, which is just fantastic. So if we can avoid getting burned out here, we're gonna be in a very good spot. Yeah, if we could steal a heal card, we'd be in an amazing position for sure. Hey, Thraggy Borbala, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the support. That's a little bit brutal. I guess I'm happy they're killing that, not killing me though. So this sends my guy back to my hand, which is great. And then actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and stick. This Lich King here, right? He's a big boy. So Lich King has a mechanic called Taunt. That's what the shield around him represents, which means my opponent has to attack this before they can attack anything else on the board. Well, that's fucking fantastic. That's like really good. That's one of the better Lich King hits for sure. Yeah, come at me.
By the holy light.
That's all right. This is probably a concession Death and Decay here.
Victory.
Yes, it is. Alrighty, God bless. Get got. Stabilize and get ya. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday night. Howdy, folks. Hanging out, playing some Hearthstone this evening. 2 months of MTGO on Hearthstone. Love your stream and silly community. Radagash, thank you for the 2-month free subscription. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Yeah, the fact that Tess rebuys your Lich King cards is kind of excellent. I wonder if there's supposed to be Stonehill defenders in this deck, Apprentice. Like, Stonehill is just like a good quality card, and it can generate Lich Kings potentially. Definitely don't want Tess in my opener. This is probably a little bit slow. I guess I'm on a coin, so this is fine if I'm on a coin. And Sap is probably pretty good against Druid on average. They have a lot of really annoying taunters that you want to get through. How much would I have to drop to get something competitive in Hearthstone? Between 50 and 100 bucks will get you a tier 1 deck usually. It varies a little bit because there's some variance on exactly what cards you open, but 100 at most will definitely get you a tier 1 deck. I think I want to say I had all of Tempo Mage built for when I put in my first 50. I don't know, SI is pretty fucking good. Maybe over Firefly? Like, this deck seems like it has a lot of tools for aggressive decks. You can also build, one of the things that's really great about Hearthstone too, so the deck building restrictions in Hearthstone are really budget friendly. So in Hearthstone, you only can have max of 2 of each card. You can only have 1 copy of legendary cards in your deck, which means that the budget decks are missing less cards from the non-budget decks because you can only have 1 of each legendary anyway. So unless like a legendary is like crucial to like a big combo the deck's trying to implement, you can generally play a reasonable build of the deck without a legendary or 2. I think I'm just gonna get aggressive here. Well, that's another Thug. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and play this Thug out and then smack their face. And like next turn we go like Thug smack them again. Yeah, I agree that Firefly is a good card. Firefly is very good, and we have a lot of combo cards in our deck too. Hearthstone is also very clean on mobile. 10 out of 10 recommend playing it on mobile. So next turn, I think I'm gonna burn my coin next turn actually. Gross, that's rude. Maybe I'm not now. So I was gonna say I could coin Sap plus Hench Thug and like start smacking their face. Now I think I kind of want to just Blink Fox. That's great. So silence takes all modifiers off of a thing, so it'll strip the taunt off of this and just make it a 3/6.
Now how about...
Tess replay every card you played from another class, so it replays minions too. Oh, we're definitely gonna silence that one.
I must safeguard.
Here we go.
Just gonna go ahead and poke that for now so we can slam our 2/2 into it potentially next turn. Although the 4/5 is probably gonna eat this 2/2 here. Next turn I could coin out Elven Minstrel, which would be decent. Well, Stonehill only gives you taunts that are in your class, right? It doesn't give you taunters that are outside your class. That's really gross. Might want to burn a sap this turn. Yeah, I think I want to sap this turn. Although I guess I don't really want to sap this because it's going to get to...
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Alright, that's pretty good. I think I'm just going to go ahead and play this Hench Thug out. They can go ahead and eat this, but I think I just need to, like, start getting them to kill my minions rather than killing me. So many taunts. This must be this is the taunt druid, right? Where they play the 3/7 incubate. Choose a friendly minion, add a 10/10 copy to your hand that costs 10. Deal. I'm gonna play the crap out of that one next turn if this doesn't die. That's pretty good. Really wish I had a silence. I guess I want to sap this one, right? I think I want to sap this one.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
I don't think there's a guarantee that I get to splinter the Tess, is the thing. And, like, the Tess really isn't giving me much right now either. I think I just want to draw through some cards in my deck here. Maybe I'm supposed to save... Maybe I'm supposed to save the prep there just because I have the Edwin in my hand. This card is Echo. That's kind of fucking hot. I guess I should have played this because it says Echo. I think we're gonna die. Nope, no reason not to use it. We created another Tess. Okay, that's cute, I guess.
This guy's toast.
We're actually just set on board. I should have sapped. Not really sure much we could do much there. It's cute, but it doesn't really actually impact the board.
Valir versus Morgul.
Watch your back.
These preps don't really accomplish much, so I'm gonna keep the Hallucination. The card's been pretty good consistently. The Discover mechanic is so sweet. Creates really dynamic gameplay, gives you lots of decisions on both sides. Those are pretty fucking rancid. It's just like worse than our weapon. I mean, Volcano's a fine clear. I guess we could set it up so they get on board ahead of us. But like, having Volcano as a card that we recast when we eventually draw Tess isn't stellar. So like now when we test later, we have to factor in that she's gonna Volcano. Oh, I guess the invocations, I was thinking I didn't really have elementals, but I literally had 2 fireflies in my hand.
The end is coming.
I literally had 2 fireflies in my hand. 10 out of 10 should have taken the invocation guy. Those are very reasonable. That's a card that like you don't mind getting another copy of. It's almost certainly Shudderwalk. A lot of the more controlling Shudderwalk variants play Doomsayer. So all of our cards, like we have cards like Pickpocket and we have cards like Hallucination and Blink Fox. These are cards that generate cards from your opponent's class. That's why the test is good, because she generates cards from the opponent's class. I think the Shudderwalk deck's very competitive. I've played it off and on the ladder. It's got very good matchups against a lot of the mid-range and control decks in the format, just because like it goes over the top of them with a combo. Hey, Rory the Rogue. Thanks for the 6-month resubscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I'm just gonna double Pickpocket here. I don't really have anything else going on. I guess I can Backstab plus do this now. Gonna snipe me. I guess I could have hit it with my weapon too. That was loose. Doesn't really do anything.
Mind if I roll need?
Here we go.
I'm gonna hold the second one of these, that way I can use it to trigger combo potentially. This one adds a spell damage here. And this is like the awkwardness of like our cards that generate cards. Like we've got like these Volcano and this Marabi, and like these are cards just like aren't particularly good here. It's like we just like don't really have a cohesive game plan. Oh, if I get back into Hearthstone, if I had the time. It's, yep. And there's definitely, there's like a finite number of card games you can play, right? Like, a big part of why I picked up Hearthstone was because I was looking for something to play at the gym anyways. Like, there's a lot of the other games that like fit onto the tablets like weren't very appealing to me. Hearthstone's very well done. I definitely made a pretty big mistake by taking this Volcano over the other card that creates invocations. That was a pretty big punt. Yeah, like, I've read some Hearthstone stuff, and, like, the fact that people in their community, like, think that Blizzard's bad at software is just, like, mind-blowing to me. It's like, y'all haven't worked with, like, actually bad software. Like, why don't you sit down and shut the fuck up and let me tell you a story if you think this is bad software. I got some news. This is a pretty bad clear. I'm just gonna try another game here. I generated the wrong cards. They're just in kind of a bad spot. Like this should have been something else. Just kind of checked out of it. I don't know. You'll hear me. I don't know 100% of the card names, but I know what a lot of the cards do. So like you'll hear me say a lot like we need to play around the card that does X here, and like I don't actually know what the card that does X is called. I haven't played all of the cards. Like I've played against all of the cards enough at this point. Like I've logged a few hundred games, but like I'm not familiar enough with them personally to like know what they're called. Yeah, second's probably fine on the draw. I guess Fan of Knives is probably bad against Druid. Perhaps probably fine to keep because it's good at enabling our combo cards as well. Another Vilespine, sure. No, I don't really. What are the perks of being legend? Like I don't really plan to play this game competitively. It's like my cat. Even Magic, I don't even really play competitively anymore. Games are more fun when you're just like playing them. Games are more fun when you play them to have fun, which is it feels like a weird statement to say, but I almost feel like it needs to be said to some TCG fans. Y'all ever play a little Hearthstone to prep yourself up? Do you get that much more free stuff on Legend versus Rank 5? How much is the difference between Legend and Rank 5? Is it that significant? I plan to hit Rank 5 every season. Hitting Rank 5 seems to be very easy. An extra golden rare, so what? That's like 100 dust or something. It seems pretty minimal. And like, especially with like taking donation deck lists from people here to stream with, like there's this deals 2 damage or 3 damage. Deal 3 damage. That's kind of annoying. I'm just gonna trade here. I don't really have anything to do. I guess I'll do this and see what we get. Gain a mana crystal? Okay, that's decent. So it just like gives me an extra coin so I can do this into Elven Minstrel here and not feel bad about it. Just like enabled combo for my thing, kind of. Life Profit? I feel like if you haven't played Hearthstone recently, you should probably give it another try. The amount of variance the current Hearthstone standard format has in it is probably, it feels to me like it's far less than most Magic formats, especially compared to Modern and Legacy. I haven't played Magic's current standard format, so I can't really compare it to that, but like compared to playing Legacy and Modern, this game feels like in its current standard format has much less variance than Magic. Just like between the lack of resource variance and the amount of interaction you have by your units being able to attack other units on board, I think this game is pretty low variance in its current state. Like obviously it's not no variance, you still have a draw step every turn, but like the variance that exists is very low, and a lot of the cards that you play that have random elements to them give you gameplay to minimize those random elements. Yeah, honestly, honestly, Hearthstone, if it didn't have the word random on a lot of the cards, on a few of the cards, and there's not even a lot of cards, on a few of the cards, the game would probably be so close to chess that it wouldn't be interesting for a lot of people. And like if you're happy playing Magic or like whatever other games you're playing, like there's definitely a finite amount of time for people to do new things. So like I definitely understand like you're happy playing Magic, you're happy playing whatever other card games you're playing. So like don't feel like obligated to like play Hearthstone basically.
This was a man from Gilneas.
I kind of just want to get my I don't want to move to hand size next turn, so I guess I'm going to prep out an Eviscerate here, which feels a little aggressive, but
Here we go.
with these two Vilespines in my hand, God, that's a fucking beat. I was about to say, the two Vilespines are going to be able to keep the board pretty clear. That card is fucking rough, though. I guess I get to clear through two of these here pretty easily. I get to go smash, 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 and then I can go... I guess I can go deal 2. And then I can go Vilespine, poke, destroy this. I can just pass the turn here. I am going to poke this, actually. Maybe I shouldn't poke that because they probably want to trade this into here anyways. That's a big mamma jamma. Alright, so we're gonna Vilespine the crap out of that one. That's actually a pretty okay draw, so I'm gonna poke this into here. Actually, I'm just gonna go Blink Fox into Vilespine here. Spreading Plague is not very good on our side of the table because we are the ones that are ahead on board. Yeah, swipe would have been pretty good there. That's for sure. Next turn I can go Firefly, Elemental. That's 2. And then I could go like Coin, SI, Edwin, and like have like a 10-10. We're in a pretty good spot here. We're getting close on that. Not really. Thug's pretty good here. So I get to go Thug. I'm definitely just sending all of these upstairs. We're definitely on the beat down here. If they want to attack into my stuff, that's fine. I guess I could go Weapon, Smash here, play Agent SI, finish the second one off. I kind of like that. Just like keep them from being able to interact with my board. And our minions are like okay size here where like if my opponent has another Spreading Plague, we could probably beat through it still. It's definitely one of their better cards here is another Spreading Plague. Swipe's decent. Second swipe, yep. Okay, and then they can hit this. That's a pretty good turn for them. Probably gonna be a Face Collector turn, right? Just like build that up. Generate a bunch of cards from them that way. I think I could play another Face Collector here. I kind of can't turn down that value, can I? Yeah, I can't really turn down that value. And see, I could play an Edwin. I could just like play I could go like Firefly Edwin to wrap it up. But getting some extra value here is good. Death Rattle, summon your taunt minions. Have 0 taunt minions. It's just God, those are pretty rancid randoms. Yeah, that's fair. If they didn't have Naturalize, they would have been in a pretty bad spot. And they often don't play a bunch of Naturalizes. So, like, playing out an Edwin as a... It could have been like a 10-10 there. Like, could have potentially been lethal this next turn. I think I actually want to hold this Firefly just because Spreading Plague is one of their better hits here. And I'm actually going to hit their face because if we draw our other copy of Eviscerate, I want them to be at 4. Yeah, 10 out of 10. If I would have dropped an Edwin into play, they would have died on our last turn. Like, that's a little thing worth noting. Are they dead? They're going to 9? Yeah, they're dead. Just like dead on board. I'm really glad I decided to move my Hearthstone to the evenings because, like, trying to do Hearthstone after being on for Magic for 5 or 6 hours is just like kind of brain frying. This game's different enough for Magic that I kind of just need like a reset and a break between them. I think it was hard rolling one right to the other. I feel like I'm a lot more conscious of what's going on right now than the last couple times I streamed Magic into Hearthstone. Yeah, and like Magic too, like I've played so much more Magic that Magic's like kind of a second sense to me in a way. Do I want this deck back in the queue? I don't know. It feels a little bit medium.
You're back.
Let's play another game or two with it. See how the rest of them go. I definitely don't want either of these in my opener. I think I'm just gonna go full maul. This is pretty bad on the play without a coin. Odd Rogue. So the opponent's deck is going to be very aggressive. The Drain's okay situated for a very aggressive deck. We got like a Thug here. Lich King's a decent draw if we can survive to get there. Yeah, Odd Rogue is very good. Odd Rogue is one of the decks I used to grind to rank 5 this season. I'm not actually going to hit with this weapon because I want to use it to power up my Thug. So like next turn I'll play Thug, hit with my weapon. Then the following turn I'll play Thug, hit with my weapon. Jat's right. Odd Pally is gas. Thanks for the bits, Apprentice. We'll go this and just smack your face. Would you call this deck mid-range if you had to label it? Yeah, definitely. This deck is definitely a mid-range deck, which I think is one of the reasons why it's kind of struggling a little bit with some of the decks we've played against. I think mid-range is kind of in a mediocre spot in the current Hearthstone format. It feels like a lot of the decks are like getting under you quickly or like going way far over the top, and like what this deck is trying to do doesn't quite go far enough over the top of other people. That's a good hit on their part there. So I get to do Eviscerate plus Prep's a great draw though. So I get to do this, and then I get to go Prep, Eviscerate, and then use my weapon to finish this, which powers up both of these. And now I get to kind of take a beatdown roll here and start clearing their face. I think Spell Hunter, I would probably classify Spell Hunter as a mid-range deck though. And I think Spell Hunter is a deck that's pretty reasonably positioned in the current format. Like I don't think you need to have like some kind of powerful card in your mid-range deck to keep up with some of the control decks, and like Spell Hunter has like Death Seeker Rexar or whatever he's called to do that, right? Like be that powerful card. Freeze is pretty good here, although I just get to take that down with my weapon. So I get to go weapon, Blink Fox. I'll probably lead on Blink Fox here. During your turn, your weapon doesn't lose durability. That's neat.
Here we go.
And I think I am far enough ahead here that I'm on a kill you plan still. I think I'm still, if my opponent wants to just go facing me, like we're winning the race with these henchmen, right? So like now they can smash into my things here, like they can do a full trade, like they could go trade, but then like I'm still ahead on board and I'm ahead on health, so like we're winning the game by most metrics here. Next turn I can go Hallucination into an Elven Minstrel for combo. If some kind of power up here, Cold-Blooded is pretty good. Cold-Blooded might let them race. Why would you? Let's lead on Hallucination here and see what we get. Deal 2 damage to a minion. I mean, prep's pretty great. I think I just want a Minstrel here. I guess Minstrel lets their Fungal trade into my Minstrel. This card's really bad in the Rogue Mirror, huh? Just like actually just an 8 mana 6/6. Flappy Bird. So Blink Foxes. I was gonna say we're obligated to trade with Flappy Bird, but I guess I can just Vilespine it. Backstab's a good hit. Backstab allows me to go kill this. Vilespine, shoot this. 4U, 1U. Champ Power, pass the turn. That was a good turn for us. That was a good turn for us. I'm not even sure we're gonna need the Lich King. We're just like winning with good rogue cards here.
Smart moves, I concede.
Look at that. We've won 2 in a row. That's so many games in a row, chat. I don't know. That was bound to happen. It was bound to happen at some point. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I'm just hanging out, playing some Hearthstone this evening. If you're new to the channel, I primarily stream Magic the Gathering, but I also stream Hearthstone and some Hex TCG on my off hours. So if you enjoy any of that content, feel free to give it a follow. If you're really enjoying the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. This deck list and a couple other deck lists that we're going to play this evening are viewer submitted deck lists. If you're interested in having me play one of your Hearthstone decks on stream, check out bit.ly/Google Sellout. You know, all the details and how the donation system works there for the decks I play and when. So probably Tempo Mage, which means this Firefly and Eviscerate are great. Lich King is super slow, so we're going to mulligan that. I think Hearthstone, it's funny because like the best of one in games like Eternal is one of the things that really turned me off to it. But the fact that Hearthstone doesn't have resource variants really makes the best of one feel a lot better. I guess I don't know what mage list they're on yet, so I don't really want to hallucinate just yet, because if they're not on face mage, I don't I might not. I want to prioritize different cards if they're on big spell mage versus face mage. Yeah, and like just how Hearthstone is designed makes tech cards better too, because Hearthstone, the way you like see your entire deck in a lot of games means if you just put 1 to 2 tech cards for each given matchup in your deck, you're going to find them a lot of the time, except in the very aggressive match. Put this towards the run back of this deck if you want, otherwise goes towards the even rogue that you showed me. Sounds good, Apprentice. 10 out of 10 will do. I think I'm gonna lead on Hallucinate here. I might go Eviscerate plus Bump. Would be fine. Freeze him, sorry, Frozen, Destroy it. Keysmith is pretty reasonable. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I guess before I do this, I'm gonna hallucinate again. Reflections, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Eviscerate plus Trade here. I don't want to get my board too large because my opponent's deck plays a lot of sweepers in it. So I probably don't want to commit anything else to the board until my opponent kills some of my things. That's annoying, but not the end of the world. We can bump. Maybe I'm gonna play the Keysmith just because it discovers a secret. Well, now we're not gonna do that. So this is pretty easy. We'll go here, upstairs, and this is gonna clear the board on us. And then like next turn we can go Flame Elemental plus Elven Minstrel to kind of like reassemble. That's a lot of Saunters.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Vilespine's pretty good here. We'll be able to get that down next turn. It's gonna end for now. Don't really want to poke anything just yet.
Need a key?
Probably go like coin, Vilespine, Fan of Knives here. That's pretty good. Well, now we're doing that. Oh. Well, that worked out really well. Have a Fan of Knives, opponent.
Here we go.
All right, clean board. Clean board. We get to start face collectoring next turn potentially. Rude. Well, this is a pretty easy Blink Fox into Vilespine here. Just like keep their board clean. Damage isn't bad. Maybe I should face them for one there. Definitely a possibility.
Do not fear.
Jaina is gross.
Fear those who wield it.
Do I want to sap them here? That's actually a pretty good draw too. All right, yeah, I'm actually just gonna henchman into Vilespine, kill this, and then start going upstairs. I suppose this is a little bit medium because my opponent could have a clear. They really haven't played many clears yet. Yeah, I agree with that assessment. It definitely seems a little bit mediocre. Yep. That's their smallest spell, but it still clears our board. How's it going for me? I think we're just gonna face collector here. There's so many of these legendaries that like only do things if you... Alexstrasza is... I guess that's okay. It's an 8/8 at least, I suppose.
Reality.
That's gonna be brutal. Yep. I'm not sure we really have the tools to power through what our opponent has going on here. That's a good start though.
Warriors of the frozen waste.
I'm gonna burn a card next turn, which sucks. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick.
I wonder. By my frozen heart. I must choose soon.
Need a key? Need a key?
Definitely muted. It's interesting they chose to poke this.
Perfect fit. Need a key?
Let's see what we hit here. We'll just keep choosing cheat death.
This curse has become our greatest threat.
I think I wanted to send this 2 upstairs here because my Greymane can bump into this. They have Flame Strike. We're going to be pretty fucked because they can like Flame Strike, clear my board, and then use this here and give us another one of these. I'm going to concede to a Flame Strike if they have it. Meteor. Yeah, that's just about as good. I'm just not going to be able to beat through this pile of armor. Yeah. Yeah, like with the armor and the Frost Lich, is just really not going to be able to beat through it. Like I said, like these mid-range decks feel like they really struggle in games like this because if you don't have something like Deathstalker Rexar to really go over the top of what these control decks are doing, like what this is doing just like is kind of too mid-rangey for that.